I've always felt the need to not stay in one place for long.
I wander.
Where I live now, Alabama, I've never lived anywhere else longer in my lifetime.
I suspect Alabama will soon become a fond memory.
Born in Oceanside, California, left there as a young boy, about 10, to Dallas. And after that, it's been joyous at times. It's been cruel, but always quite an adventure. And I'm not willing to give up on adventure in life.
What do you say? It's time to go?
And this destination never took up space in my prefrontal cortex. That is until I stumbled across a girl online. And now the goal is to leave the U.S. and move to the Philippines. I remember stepping off the plane for the first time. I had this feeling over my entire body. The surroundings, the way everything looked, the people. It was amazing. But foremost, I have a beautiful wife with a wonderful family. And since it feels like it every time I'm there, there is where I want to call home and write the next chapter of life. You know, it was and it wasn't an easy decision. You know, leaving this country behind, I love it. It's always meant so much to me. I grew up here, so many memories, been all across the U.S., served in the U.S. Army, have always stood at attention for the national anthem. I love seeing the American flag wave on a beautiful day, but maybe it's just me. It just doesn't seem like it's no longer about the people. But me personally, still into the concept of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And there are those that don't agree with my decision and think moving so far away is foolish. Well, sorry. One life, your story. Do you want it to be a happy one? I do. So as soon as I can, I am, like John Denver once said, I'm leaving on a jet plane. Why the Philippines? Well, aside from the most beautiful woman in the world being there that happens to be my wife, in the global poverty rankings, the Philippines ranked 129 out of 164 countries. And yet, with so many living below the poverty level, they're optimistic about the future. They focus their concern and care on other people. The existence of friendship and friendliness. The habit of being hospitable, respectfulness to self and others, respect for the female members of society, the fear of God, an abhorrence of acts of cheating people financially and with thievery. Sure, some seem to feel scamming is rampant, and it happens, but certainly not approved by the majority of the Filipinos. The Philippines consist of a total of 7,641 islands, some of which don't even have names, these islands. It's an archipelago in the Pacific with almost 119 million inhabitants. It's got a huge historical heritage. Having been colonized by the Spanish, then by the Americans, independence came later on, which allowed the people to build up their own culture and lifestyle. Yeah, things are quite a bit slower in the Philippines in places. So just relax and enjoy. And if money's on your mind, the Filipino peso is trading with the US dollar lately at about anywhere from 54 to 56 PHP to USD. The easy way to think of it, though, is 1,000 Filipino pesos is roughly 20 bucks. So your dollar goes a long way. Yeah, but things like everywhere else in the world still continue to go up in price. But the Philippines is still a hell of a value.
Well, I'm sold.
Now, earlier in the video, I said I'm not willing to give up adventure in life, and that this destination never took up any space in my prefrontal cortex. The gray matter just didn't contemplate it. It was a few years ago. I was watching YouTube and an ad for a Filipino dating service came on during a travel vid. Yes, my mind was already subconsciously telling me it was time to make a decision, so I clicked on it, and I spent the next few weeks talking to a couple of girls I thought I would never be talking to. Not that they were out of my league, I just never thought of online as really a viable option. Plus, I wasn't looking to get involved with anybody at all. I was busy with work, enjoying time with my friends, and then bam! Her profile comes up. We started chatting, we messaged back and forth a few times, like most Filipinas, very shy, and we started video chatting, and then the rest was history.
Because I love you.
I love you more.
So sweet.
Always looked forward to seeing her. Always a plus when you find someone to laugh with through life. That's a fact. And like I said, the rest is history. Well, now in the making. May, we celebrate an anniversary. In June, we welcome a new daughter into the world. And nothing could make me happier than knowing Rhea is her mother. And I'm the husband she chose. We did talk about her coming to the U.S., but, it takes so long and so particular with everything and forms and denials and blah, blah, blah. One of my friends said, why don't you throw her in a trunk and drive her across the Mexican border? It'd be a lot easier. I prefer to try to do things legally. But we both discussed it, and we thought that, hey, the Philippines is where we want to be. Her life and family is there, and again, I'm ready for part 2 of It's a Wonderful Life. So the choice is made. I'm leaving the U.S. and moving to the Philippines. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on my decisions to move. Tell me about it in the comments. Also, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll bring you more updates on my prep and final move to the Philippines. Also, if it's something you've ever contemplated, we can hook up and chat about it. My email is fishtankmedia.global@gmail.com. Always like to meet good people. I'd also like to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel already. I really, really appreciate it. Check this video out, flashback to my last visit there. See you soon.